Okay, fine. Yep. So I got some information about you guys, like all Java full stack guys, right? I think you all joined for Java full stack.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Java full stack. So for you, maybe okay. So Java full stack. So for you, maybe Java, core Java, like Angular and all, teach by Ashok sir. So I'll take care about the front end part. I mean the UI part. Okay. So in UI, uh, okay. So in UI, first I will cover HTML, CSS, JavaScript, if possible TypeScript, and
So
also the
jQuery.
Bootstrap and Ajax. jQuery actually not required because you're gonna learn Angular, right? So Angular nowhere we use jQuery. So jQuery is something like
Okay.
outdated. So I
Okay.
think this I will cover. Okay, so before I start with the course, let me tell you about myself. So this is my name, okay, and I have around 10 years of experience, uh, IT, like front end as well as back end. I'm working as a React developer, and my designation is tech lead in the company called Photon. Don't reveal anywhere, okay? Oh, I don't mention. Don't reveal because it is illegal, right? You work in one company and side business you should not do. So that is illegal. So I don't want to mention. Anyway, you already know. Okay, so I'm working as a React developer, tech lead for that company. So I deal with some people also, like junior developers are there, like 6 people are there under me. Okay, so apart from this, this we may be wrong, maybe right. Not everyone will believe, right? Yeah. Actually, you can inquire about me. You go to Google. Okay, just search my name. Sir, your name in the Google. Yes, I'm already popular. Okay, I show you 1 minute. You can inquire actually. Huh. So you just type my name. You get one. First is GitHub. Hi, it's me. So yeah, you can find some courses. Okay, so HTML5, CSS. I used to post some courses here. I have some repositories. Yeah, this is my source code. This is my number, and this is my mail ID. This is my company actually, but it's not actively running now. Okay, and yeah, I teach in Udemy also. So I'm an instructor in Udemy. I have some 26,000 students worldwide. Okay, Udemy means worldwide, na global, and some 700 reviews. So this is about me. And I have some courses also like Bootstrap 5 real-time projects, JavaScript, Angular, some free courses, some paid courses also there. Bootstrap, React, Vue. So I know Vue, React, and Angular. So some courses are there. You can just have a look like how my teaching and all. Anyway, you see live. Apart from that, I also have a YouTube channel, just like Ashok IT. So this is my YouTube. Just go to YouTube and yeah, just go to YouTube and search my name. Okay, just search here. Yeah, this is my YouTube channel. That's me. Here, if you go, you can find. Okay, so name, number, and all. Okay, so I made a lot of videos actually on technical. I think let me minimize this. Yeah. So like I make some videos on React, Vue, Angular, Bootstrap. Okay, like I made some HTML Telugu videos also. So the one like if you wish to learn HTML in Telugu, I think you can like I started in Telugu, but people are not. I mean, I'm not getting that much response, so I stopped. And remain apart from that, everything is in English only. Okay, React, Mon, Stack, and a lot of things are there. I think you can just have a look and please subscribe. You like you subscribe. Okay, I know. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, so I have YouTube, Udemy, GitHub, and LinkedIn. Yes, this was my old profile, and this is my Facebook. You can search. and uibrains.com. This is my website, but not actively running now. My company actually. Instagram. Okay. So those things. So I have 10 years React developer. Okay, fine. Okay, you know about me. Now you can inquire it, not now. Okay, now concentrate on the class. You can look at these things after you finish the class today. Okay, yeah. So here the main goal is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, TypeScript, Bootstrap, and Ajax. Okay, so first tell me, like, what is this Java full stack? What is the meaning of full stack? Can someone tell me? Full stack?
Like
Backend
the
plus
person
front
is
end.
able.
Yes, exactly. You know what? Earlier,
Front-end, back-end, and deployment.
web also, sorry, DB also. Okay,
They develop the both, the whole application website.
yeah, correct. So
Development.
previously, right, in the olden days, they used to recruit two different type of developers, like front-end developers and back-end developers. So front-end will be separate team, back-end will be separate team, and plus database also separate team, because that much complex technologies was there earlier. Okay, so that's why we have back-end developers separate, front-end developers separate, database also separate. Now slowly what happened, they remove this DB, and backend plus DB they made as a complete backend developer only. Okay, database also take care by this guy. So after some days, what happened? They made like flexible, like technologies has like easy, and one person only can develop the complete end-to-end application. So they made now full stack developer. So they call them as full stack developer. So full stack developer is a person who can able to deal with the front end as well as the back end. Okay, so front end can be developed using a language like React, Angular, or Vue.js, and I am working on React. Okay, so front end is that language. But before you want to learn Angular or React or Vue.js, you need to know the basic languages like this thing. So these are the basic concepts. Like these are like not just basic. Without Angular also, using this technology, you can develop the complete front end application. But if you want to develop a complex application, then I'll show you what are all complex applications and all. So that complex applications can be developed by either Angular or React or Vue.js. Okay, so that is part of front end, and plus backend. So backend can be developed by any language. It can be Java, it can be .NET, it can be Python, PHP, Node, uh, like multiple different languages. Okay, so if I say a full stack developer, you can't just say only Java full stack. It can be .NET full stack, or PHP full stack, or Python full stack, like that. Okay, and also in the full stack, there can be a combination. So Angular with Java combination, React with Java combination, Vue.js with Java combination, and Angular with .NET combination, like multiple combination. We call everybody as a full stack. Okay, so that's where. So I know you guys going to be Angular plus Java. This is killing combination. This is really a good combination. Angular and Java backend. Okay, and we were using React and .NET backend. Okay, we don't write .NET code. We only I only focus on a front end. We have a separate backend team. Okay, uh, okay, fine. So this is now okay. So as a full stack developer, what kind of applications we develop is very important. Okay, first we look at, because what is our job role we should know. Then learning technologies gives the interest. Like if you simply learning the technology one by one, it don't give you much interest. Okay, so first you should know what is that your goal in developing like applications in company, what type of application. So that really helpful. So let me tell you, like after joining a company, if you tell me what type of things you develop, for example, website, right? You know, I can say there are two things are there. Website is there, web application is there. Okay, I think you all going to develop this one, web application, not the website. Let me clarify these two so that you get the idea. For example, okay, so let's take Apollo Hospital. Okay, so if I see apollohospitals.com, yeah, if I look at apollohospital.com, I'm not advertising Apollo Hospital, just take an example. Okay, So if you take apollohospital.com website, you can see just a website, right? This is actually called a website. Okay, it's not web application. I'll come back to this. So website means it just shows like some content data. Like they only wanted to show us some content, like what are the like features they have, what type of specialties they have, okay, and what are their like goals, achievements, and all, like about their information, like about branches and everything. So they give only information to us. So hardly to develop this application, okay, maybe take 1 month or 2 months. But once a data is written, is fixed, is static, correct? The paragraph is cannot change daily, right? This paragraph what they written, it cannot change daily. Not only the paragraph, you check any data, it won't change at all. It is fixed once they written the paragraph and the data and all, it fixed. So this website is something like which will give you some data about the Apollo hospital to us. It is just very basic. And just to develop this application, we don't need to be a full stack developer. Hardly using, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and little bit of Bootstrap, you can make this application because it's very less dynamic, correct? Okay, I'm not talking about this application because after going to company, you're not going to develop this application. Okay, you're not going to develop this application. You're going to develop something different application. Behind the scenes, there will be another application called web application for same Apollo hospital. What is that? It is highly complex application than this one. It is nothing. It's just only data provider. Okay. So web application, just imagine if you go to the like inside Apollo hospital, like you go to reception, right? And you ask for like doctor's appointment or some tests, or you want to get COVID injection, whatever. So you ask for something in reception. The reception people are using one website, right? Yeah, that
Yeah.
is the application. Okay, that is the application you're going to develop using Angular or Vue or React, and backend it can be Java, .NET or PHP, whatever. Okay, so that is the application. So that is actually a complex application because uh, that application cannot expose to the outside world. Okay, outside people cannot able to access that internal application of Apollo. Okay, so that application can access by different departments also. For example, if you take Apollo hospital, so you have reception department. So reception department, if they log in with reception credentials, so they can only look at only the bed information, which bed is empty and which doctor is availability time, okay, and appointments, booking appointment, booking investigations. So those things only there reception module can access. Same application. So if reception is login, complete application has changed to like only reception mode. Okay, like just beside you have a billing section. So billing section, like billing person, like account section person has logged into same application only, but different login credentials, and his role is different, right? Every application depend on its roles. Okay, so when billing person login and his credentials are all different, and once he login, the complete setup is like a billing section. So you only have access, you can't access the reception details and all. You only access hardly the account section, right? So how much patient has paid, how much he is due, and what is the insurance section. Again, insurance is a separate part again, separate module. So likewise, accounts, details, revenue, everything is here. Apart from that, doctors login, right? Doctors also can log into same application, their credentials, and they can see only his patient list. They can't see every patient list in the hospital, only that patients under his doctor, and what is his medical criteria, and what are the medicines is using, and in which bed, because daily morning doctor has to go to rounds in the entire hospital, right? So which block, which floor, which number the patient is there, and when he has joined, like that. So doctor can he himself update, okay, I have done with a follow-up and this is my fees. He will update himself automatically in the application. And once he updated doctor visit by himself, automatically billing section will get the doctor visit. Hey, so and so day doctor visited. So it's all interrelated. Okay, so likewise you have nurses. So nursing station also have a same system, will use the same application. And once they log in, they can see the medications, like investigations, reports, everything they have here. So once they give an injection, they mention all details of injection inside, like they make a medical records. So likewise, there are n number of departments. Okay, canteen department, like you know, uh, every other employees, right? The admin people also will log into that, and there is an IT department also there. So they do some background operation. They will execute some SQL queries. So what is the revenue report and all. So they execute some backend application. If when some application goes wrong, they do some IT job, IT department. So likewise, there are different. Every department is using your application. So this is actually a complex application when compared to this. This is nothing. Okay, you got right. So that type of applications we are going to develop in company. In company, okay. Even our company, we are using. There's one chemical industry actually, like Flipkart only, but it's some chemical industry. And chemical, they do customization. They only get some different chemical. They mix it. They prepare nice chart. Everything they can make virtual only. I show you that later. Yeah, that kind of application you are going to develop. So for that front end, you need to know the language. So let me give you an idea. I think you get it. So you have you heard something called dashboards, right? Yeah, this dashboard applications we develop. Yeah, every web application first to dashboard only inside multiple modules. For example, if you look at some bootstrap dashboard template, I show you how exactly your application looks like this one. So you are going to develop in company these type of application. This one, this one, this one. I think you can look at the demo. Maybe, yeah, look in live preview. Okay. I think let me minimize this one. Okay. So if you look at here, is it there? Loaded. Check demos. I think, yeah, this one I want to see demo. Huh. See, this is how your application will be, not this one. This is your application going to develop in the company. So here you have a search for different items and different logins, the login section, sign out options, and the left hand side you can find all different categories like different modules. And if I log in, I get different structure. If you admin login, different structure and different credential, different pages, hides and shows. So all complete dynamic. Okay. And this is something like a revenue report. So some calendars, chats. So they only given some a basic component structure, but if you can imagine, this way it could be like if e-commerce, you can find some products list, yeah, like this, and some orders page, all the list of orders. So for this, you have to write Java backend like Spring Boot. I think you're gonna be use Spring Boot. So Spring Boot, you're gonna make the backend. Okay, and front end, you can make this whole application using Angular or React. I think you're going to be using this application by Angular. So using Angular, you make the structure. But internally, Angular uses HTML only because the sidebar, you know, this, like this is sidebar, search box, buttons, links, icons, tables, drop downs. It's all part of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Now you got an idea. So where we stand and where to go, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
So
before,
are
like,
we going to learn React or Angular?
I think your batch is Angular. For Java full stack batch, it is Angular. I
Yeah,
have a
thank you. Thank
separate batch for React. I teach React. Okay, you join for Java full stack batch now. So Java full stack batch, I'm sure it is Angular.
you. Okay, okay.
So I think Ashok sir will teach you Angular. Okay, so ultimately this type of application, and don't feel, sir, I'm alone can develop this whole application. No, in project 10-50 members will be there. Okay, so you hardly develop this page like tables page with all the, the like sort, filter, search, this page. Maybe your friend going to develop the products page like all the selections and all, and the other developer develop this details page like that. So I'll tell you how you get the task. I think everything Ashok sir will explain. I think agile model and all. So you get the task like BA team, quality assurance team, project management team, daily stand-up meeting, EOD meeting, client calls, like all different story will be there. Okay, so ultimately this is the one you are going to develop in your company. Okay, so now we gone somewhere. Now back on to the ground. The ground, we have to start with these things. Okay, so yeah, see for this application, the one what you see the numbers and all is front end. Okay, front end application. In the background, you have APIs, services, database. So there you actually get data. See, there's your data hai na? So this data is actually come from the server, from the DB. Okay. So I think let me explain. Just now I have explained to some other batch. I show you. So before we go and jump directly into HTML, we should know this complete story. So then you clearly understand what. Yeah, Monstack batch is there. You can check with Ashok IT. Already one Monstack batch is running. Okay. Yeah. So this batch, they have only given me these things. So I teach only these things. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. First, let's understand the client server architecture. So it can be a website or it can be a web application. Every kind of this thing, like either website or application, we have one architecture. So what kind of architecture will be is you have a client and you also have a server. Okay, and this server internally have, like this is the server code, and you have a server and you also have database. Okay, so server and database together is we call actually a backend, and this is front end. So generally how this in and out will work. Okay, that you actually have an idea. So then you understand front end. So actually what happened, see for example, you have a front end. Okay, so in front end you have some form. Okay, assume you have a forms. Okay, so you have a form. You enter some text, emails and all, and you click on submit. I think submit is not given here somewhere. Okay, you click on submit of the form. So you have a form here and you enter all the fields inside the form and then you click on submit. So the moment you click on submit, immediately forget about this story. As soon as you click on submit, what happens? So on the UI, maybe you get some validation errors. Okay, you finish all the validation errors and you click on submit. So immediately, maybe after 1 second or 2 seconds, you get the success message stating that hey, successfully configured or register or something like that. Okay. Yeah, Mernstack, someone is chatting with me. I think you can't see the chat message. Yeah, Mernstack badge, you can check with Ashok IT. Okay, maybe under 20 days it will start. Sorry. So as soon as you click on submit, you get the confirmation pop-up stating that hey, successfully registered your email ID or registered the account or user or something like that. So only this is the front end part, but background, a lot of things will happen. You know what happened? The moment you fill in details and click on submit button on the client, so this form data, whatever fields you filled, all this data collected into an object format, JavaScript object format, and that data will send to the server. Okay, so this server, at the server side, I'll tell you how exactly it's sent to that server, that logic only I'll tell you, and how to call server side function from client also I tell you. But just see, so the moment I click on submit the request, it comes to server side, and server side also like one function or some method will be there. Java language is the method is there. So this data, right, you send, it's been sent through server. Some method is there. It's called that method. So what is there in the method is it is read the form data method is there. It contains reading the form data. After reading, it will validate the form data. Is it valid or not? All my fields are successfully. You do validation front end as well as back end. Okay. So server side validation done. After validating your data, this is in turn connect with DB, because ultimately you have to store data into DB. You know, olden days, I think olden days what happened? They don't have database file structure and all, right? They have to write in registers, big registers will be there, right? So later trend has changed, file system has come and database has come, and SQL databases, NoSQL databases. Now currently trend is NoSQL database like MongoDB, Cosmos DB, Firebase, like that. Okay, so trend has changed. So whatever the data you fill, it's supposed to store ultimately in DB, okay, table structure. So this logic will send your data to DB. So it's insert a record. Okay, one record inserted for the user. Okay, so once inserted, so this database confirm back, oh, I have successfully inserted. Okay, so once successfully inserted, so this server will prepare the response. There are two things are there: request, response. The one which is sending from client to server, like front end to back end, is request. Back end to front end is response. Okay, so it got confirmation and it frame a nice message: your registration has successful. And this message will send back to the front end application or client application. We call client and server or front end or back end. Okay, send back to client application. So it will read that response and display nicely the alert message successfully registered. So background, this much story happened. Okay, so and in this you need to understand a lot of things. The front end, can be developed using different language, correct? Like it can be Angular, React, or Vue.js, and internally all these technologies will come like HTML, CSS. You want your Angular developer or React developer, you should know these technologies, must. Okay, so altogether I call either Angular or React. Okay, so front end technology Angular, uh, so Angular or React or Vue.js. Okay, now backend. So backend, you write a program, right? You write some program to read the form data, validation, database connection, database operations, authentication, authorization, everything you write here, right? So this logic can be developed by different language, correct? You can develop server application using what language? You can develop it as Java, you can develop .NET, you can develop PHP or Python or what? Python spelling wrong, huh? P-Y, P-Y-T-H-O-N. Okay. Python or Node.js. In Merge stack is Node.js. So all, and you can use any different language to develop the server. So for example, if I use Java, I write Java method or Java methods all. .NET means .NET functions, PHP methods, like that. Now tell me, my application is Java. I write all Java methods and my client is React. Okay, so React is something base language is JavaScript or TypeScript, both almost same. So how does JavaScript function, like when you submit, how this JavaScript application is calling Java application is completely different, right? This object oriented is having different function call, and I develop using .NET. How React knows how to call .NET function, how React knows how to call PHP, how to call Python, how to call .NET, and how to make a similarity. Because once you develop a server, like once you develop a server application, and this server application should work with any kind of client application. It can be Angular, it can be React, it can be Vue. It should work for all different applications. So how will they map? How can they call? See, for example, if you have one Java, like core Java application, you write a, okay.
మనం పోయినాం కదరా.
ఎక్కడికి రా? People are talking. Hello, Raju, can you mute? You're talking with your friend, it seems. Okay. So yeah, that's where I say please mute yourself, otherwise it disturbs the meeting. I mute everyone. If you want to unmute yourself, you can unmute. Okay, so where we are? Okay, so Angular or React, how it call the Java application. For example, you take core Java program. So here itself you write a Java program Java function, Java method, you call Java method there only, it works. But how React will call Java method? You know what? These methods, what you write at server side, will never be exposed to call by someone else. This will not be exposed because this is the limitation, right? There are different languages cannot call them. React can call only React functions. Java can call only Java functions. They both cannot connect. If both cannot connect, then how come server and client can connect? Yes, there is a common acceptance criteria between client and server. What is that is called URL. URL. Okay. So for example, if you want to send data to the server, every server will have IP address. Okay. Or domain name. Okay. Let's take IP address. Okay. So one way it is solved. So there are a number of servers in the internet. How can we call exactly that server IP address? For example, you have to know, I think this thing also. Let's look at GitHub. So GitHub is one website where a person can maintain their profiles, right? Okay, GitHub is one website where person can maintain their profile. GitHub.com. It's a front end URL. Background server is having one URL. Through application you want to connect to server, there'll be one URL. You know what is that? It's not github.com. You can find something like api.github.com. Okay, you can find users. Yeah, this one. This is github.com for front end navigation and all. But for if you want to access the direct API, this one api.github.com/users. So this is the server address. And /users, there are different modules, users module, repos module. So you can give the path. So this is the server URL and this is the response from the server. Okay, so that way. So every server will have an IP address like a domain name like this. So if I call api.github.com from my form, it called the GitHub only, GitHub server only. Okay. In GitHub server also there are different modules like user related different functions, repo related different functions are there. So how will you how my like form can call directly that particular method is, for example, this one, right? So this is like create user, assume this is create user login logic is there. So this create user logic you will map with a one more URL. Okay, first of all the server divide into modules. Yeah, okay, so this is your server side code server, and the server divide into modules. So users module. Okay, so users module, there is a repos module. Okay, repository modules like admin module, like multiple modules are there. Same like I told, right? Reception, billing, doctors, nurses. So api.apollohospital.com/nurses reception, like billing and all we have. So like this, different modules divided. Slash. I wanted to perform in users module different operations. Like I want to create a user, update a user, every different logic, different function you write. So how will you map that is every URL, and this URL contains like request and response, right? So every HTTP request request contains URL plus method. So always remember whenever you're calling a backend API, this is a part of request, URL and method. You know, in method there are some methods like get request, post request, put request, and delete request. So there are different requests will be there. So there'll be one URL. So using the URL and method, they configure. Okay, you want to execute this logic. /users is a URL, and it's a post method is there. So from my form, when I submitting to server, I'll pass IP address github.com/repos, /users and post request. If I send, then my server will process and gets me the data. So this is one way. So URL is something generic which is accepted by all the different technologies. Now this is solved. Anybody can send requests because Anybody can use same URL, but internally function can be developed using Java, .NET, PHP, Python, whatever. Because function logic is not exposed, only URL is exposed, and URL is something generic which is useful by any kind of front-end application. That's perfectly done. Fine. And the way how it will send a response back to client. When you talk about response, so how it will send? If it is sending Java object format, if server is sending me Java object format, Angular doesn't understand Java object format. If it is sending .NET object, React doesn't understand. So the way it should be common. So it should send either XML format or JSON format. The response which come from server is always XML. I can say it is completely outdated. Don't use XML. JSON. See, we don't know api.github.com. This server logic is developed by Java, .NET or PHP. We don't know, but we are just sending a GET request. Mostly browser URL you can send GET request. So if I send a request, generally we can test backend application with this Insomnia or Postman. If I send a request, see I got data. Right, this is the request. I send GET request, POST request, PUT request for this server URL. This only testing the backend. Okay, once the backend data is done, then we'll connect to frontend and all. So we got data, correct? And what format it is? It is JSON format. And this is the widely accepted format by Java, .NET, PHP, frontend, Angular also. Okay, so this where client and server in connect with a URL and response is in JSON format. Once I read JSON format, I can convert into table, card, whatever structure you want, you can make. Okay, so this is how client and server will connect. So client can be developed any language, server can be developed any language. You can connect any language front end to any language backend. Okay, because similarity is always with URLs, methods, and the response is in JSON format. Okay, so now the entire story, forget about the backend, look at the front end. So our main goal is to develop front end. So okay, just come back to front end. Okay, so our main focus in this batch is dealing with only front end technology. How can we develop this? The pages, buttons, images, like big applications and all. Okay, these things. So for that, if you want to become a front end developer, you should know these languages first, the base. Okay. So in this, why these many languages? Okay, you may ask, sir, Java. If I learn just Java, right, I can develop complete backend. So for front end, just one language is enough. No, there's a small this thing is there. You can't develop only one language. Each language having a different purpose. Okay, I'll tell you. So first, let's start with HTML. All these things execute on browser. This browser. Front end means you see only browser. Okay. So HTML, hypertext markup language. So HTML, I just give you brief information because today is just demo class. I'm not going to start with HTML today. Tomorrow we'll start HTML. I'll give you some brief information. So HTML is a hypertext markup language. So using HTML, you can only just make a structure, just a black and white text. Like you can make a form hardly, you can make a button, you can make some text. Okay, you can make a paragraph, and all you can do. Okay, only just black and white story you can do with HTML. And the CSS is part of styles. If you wanted to have this background styles, animations, okay, this extra effects, okay, this all part of CSS. Okay, and JavaScript, I have explained right here. You click on submit form, the form data sent to server, right? So some dynamic, you click on something, you got results back. So how was this dynamic nature happened is because of JavaScript. So here for us, the heart of front-end application is JavaScript and TypeScript, because the pure programming language is JavaScript or TypeScript. And Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is the library of CSS. Using CSS you can develop, using Bootstrap also develop, but using CSS you write 100 lines of code. Using Bootstrap you just write 5-6 lines of code. But still you need to start with Bootstrap, you need to know CSS. To start with a bike, you should know how to ride bicycle, right? Same story. And Ajax also part of like client server connection. Okay. So in this, let me give you a simple example. So HTML, CSS. So using HTML, CSS, you can develop nice calculator. Like this is desktop calculator. So using HTML, CSS, you can develop a calculator like buttons, numbers, and all, hover effect and all you can do. But to make the actual logic right, if I make 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, this logic is there, na? This logic actually done with the TypeScript, so JavaScript. Okay, so HTML is just a skeleton, and CSS is for styles, and this is for the actual logic. We club all together, then you make a proper application working. Okay, so will starts with every developer will start with HTML. So we also start with HTML. So hardly what is there in HTML, right? It's like full of tags will be there. Okay, I'm not starting HTML today. So HTML contains full of tags, like commands. You know, ultimately you have to execute on the browser, na? So as a developer, we're going to write some script. So that script contains full of tags. Okay, so what is a tag means? It is something like a command which understand by the browser. For example, I want to tell the browser, okay, hey, display one search box, display one button, display one image icon, display one text or header or paragraph or text box or email box. So you just have to inform the browser what to display. So we can't talk to browser, right? So we can give some instructions or commands to the browser what to display on the page, okay, and which order. So that instructions given using HTML. So in HTML, for example, if you want to write a paragraph, so you use something called a p tag. Someone is keep unmuting themselves. Okay, so paragraph tag use for displaying a paragraph. You want to display image, there's a tag called img tag, and you want to display a form tag. You want to display a header, nav bar, so nav tag, and sidebar, a side tag, like that. So hardly in HTML we learn only tags. Okay, so which tag used for what? There are some 40 to 50 tags are there. So which tag used for what? So that way we see in HTML. And after that, CSS property. I want background color, padding, margin, styles, animations. Okay, so these all styles comes into here. And JavaScript contains like the actual programming, like same your Java programming comes here, a slight different, like variable, data types, objects, arrays, functions. Okay, and something extra we have callback function, promises, async await, those things also there. And DOM manipulation is something different than your Java, like you want to make something dynamic on a page. Okay, and TypeScript is something superset of your JavaScript. Okay, it's completely object oriented. TypeScript exactly like your Java. You define integer, float, those things, right? In TypeScript also you do same. And Bootstrap same like CSS, just a library of CSS, and Ajax is like backend call, server connections and all. Okay, so I think this course will take hardly 30 days. 30 days will finish. Okay, and we'll do nice applications also. Like we will learn like HTML, right? So in HTML, we learn few tags and we'll make a small application, and we'll learn few more tags and make some application like that. So multiple applications will come here. Okay, so you can see just see for one week, you get to know how it is. Okay, um, okay, done. So my side, I'm done. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Any questions?
Hello, sir.
Anybody? Any doubts? Any kind of?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Roshni, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sir, are you going to cover project since uh,
Yes,
part
there's a
of this
boot.
course?
Yes, we are going to develop at the end a complete website we develop using Bootstrap and Ajax. So we make some basic server, not Java server, because I don't make Java server here, but one JSON server I create,
Okay.
and there I make Ajax application, like complete code application. I show you. I
Okay,
think it
sir.
is
Sir, as a fresher, can we start the interviews with this knowledge? Sir, it will be enough, as you are saying that it will take only 30 days.
as a fresher. I can say no.
It
I
will
can,
require more knowledge.
yeah, it is just a front end, right? And also front end, you should know either React or Angular to start with the Java, I mean, interview, because it is just a base languages. And apart from that, either one framework is required, like
Okay.
at least basic understanding of Angular or React, then you can
Okay.
start for interview for front end developer.
Okay.
And you want to apply for full stack developer,
Uh-huh.
yes, you need to know Java,
Yeah,
backend,
yeah,
and
yeah.
all.
Yes, sir. So
So
framework, we should
this,
wait for framework.
yes,
Either
you
Angular
should.
or React. Okay,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
at the end we developed this application. It's completely like bootstrap. So we can create a new contact and like this and update the contact, and you can view the contact. You
Okay.
can delete operations. All these all we do not just local. We use
Yeah.
some small server and then we'll make it.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Tejaswini, tell me.
Actually, I am from completely non-IT background. So
No problem.
then I learned these languages within 30 days, as you said, this course is of 30 days. So,
Definitely we can.
so
Hey,
I
it's not that complex, yeah. You know, HTML hardly 1 week. 1 week we can finish HTML.
okay.
Okay, 1 week CSS, 1 week JavaScript. That way we can finish. It's not a big thing.
Okay. So
Only thing is your mindset.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely. So since I am from completely non-IT, so I have a question that is it enough to 1 month to learn these languages,
Okay.
or
For
too complex to learn that
yeah,
things?
I understand. So yeah, you're from non-IT. Yes, everyone. See, this is using, I mean, like after finishing of 30 days, like you have to join regularly and you have to finish all the assignments which I have given daily. Okay, and a daily 1 hour, 1.5 hour class, and you have to practice at least 2 hours on the same. Okay, so definitely we can finish in 30 days all the technology, and you should be in a position to develop, you know, these type of applications using only front end. I'm talking because we are not covering any back end here. So you are in a position to develop these type of applications. So that much knowledge I'll give you. But apart from that, like learning is not just in 1 month, right? See, if one person is studied a doctors and he after immediately getting certification, he won't become, you know, the proper doctor, right? So with practice, same story, with this knowledge will help you to develop the application, and you keep developing a different applications so that it gains the knowledge. So learning is continuous process, not just fix only for 1 month. I can make all, yes, I can give you a taste of these technologies so that it will like helpful to develop a complete website. So based on that, you just, you know, go further and digging more inside of this. For that matter, if you want to learn only JavaScript, it will take 1 year. Complete JavaScript, each and every package.
No,
Even if you take Java also,
you are
it will take
teaching.
some years.
So, are you going to teach in depth or only for?
Yes, in depth.
Okay,
In
and
depth.
what is the fees of this course?
Fees for this course, I don't know. You check with Ashok IT. I'm just a trainer.
Okay, okay.
I work in a
Hello, sir.
company, but who's this?
Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
Sir, my name is Zaid.
Zaid. Zaid, tell me.
Sir, instead of Angular, we can also learn React.
Yes.
Sir, are you going to teach React as well?
I teach React, but not in this batch. React having separate batch.
Just because
Morning
in the day one,
7:30 to
sir
9.
told that you have two options, either Angular or React.
Okay. So Angular, I think Ashok sir will cover. React, I will cover. So React, I have a separate batch. There we'll discuss in and out of React. So React
Okay,
to
sir.
separate batch. So if you wish to join React batch, then I think check with them. So already one batch is running. Recently React started. So I think it will take around another 20 days. We are in the middle of React actually.
Sir,
Another 20
which
days.
framework is more preferred, Angular or React?
Personally, I like. Yeah, actually, I'll tell you. But Maybe you all from Angular, right? So that's what I'm thinking. React is most popular actually. You can check. I'll tell you. It's not. This is not the only parameter to check, but I'll give you an idea. You can only check. You don't need to ask anyone. Google Trends, right?
Okay.
Okay, there is something Google Trends. So this will give you like complete, like Google is the search engine, right? So the way which is the most popular keyword where they are searching. I search with React, React JavaScript library. You can compare with Angular web framework, and you can also compare with Vue.js. Vue.js topic. See, if you look at here, the blue line is React, the red is Angular, and the lowest is Vue. And this is in India past 12 months. Okay, this record is in India past 12 months. Okay, so if you take from last 5 years, so from last 5 years, still look at React is more, and that is India. You can look at worldwide because we get most of the projects from out. So if you look at worldwide, still see here only you understand, correct? So, but I can also say this is not the only criteria to look at because we may join Angular project or React project, correct? But one thing is if you learn React, Angular is easy or Vue.js is easy. If any one framework you learn, first time you're learning a framework takes time, but once you learn one, then all the remaining is very easy because all are single page application and all are component based development, all are two-way data binding, almost same. Maybe library will be different here, JavaScript library here, TypeScript library, and here also JavaScript library like that.
So
Sir,
while
when will be
using
the next?
framework, we have shortcuts.
Sorry.
While using the framework, do we have like shortcuts?
Yes, we have commands, command interface. Using command, we get the components, services, everything we create on the fly.
Sir, when will be the next React batch start? Online.
Maybe another 15 days.
Okay.
Sir, how many total days React will take to complete the course?
Only React takes 1 month, 1 month plus 10 days project.
Yes, sir.
40 days.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, who is this? Sweta.
Sir, how many days a week will you take a class? Monday to Friday or Saturday?
This class,
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday. And
Okay.
this Saturday, no class.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes. And sometimes Sunday also will be there. Let's see.
Okay.
Sir, any
Exams
Angular
and
batch running? Sir, what about Saturday?
1 second, Sweta to finish.
sir, exams will be there for HTML.
HTML?
Yeah, HTML, CSS. We are taking exam.
HTML says exam.
Any Angular
Yeah.
batch?
You are still in college mode. No exams, only assignments
Okay.
and projects.
Okay, ठीक है sir. Thank you.
Like certifications, no certification
Yes.
needed.
Yes.
Sir, any
Okay.
Angular batch is running?
Any
Angular batch is running, sir. No.
Angular batch? No. No, I'm not taking any Angular batch. I was taking earlier, but now no Angular. I'm working as a React developer now. I focus on React only, so Angular not much. I have some
Sir,
courses on YouTube and Udemy.
I know, sir.
for this like certification is necessary for these courses, HTML, CSS.
No, not required. Not required. No certification required. There are W3 school certifications and all, but not required. Only HTML certification, they are charging 10,000, 15,000. So if you
For
take
the
HTML, CSS Bootstrap, it will be 1 lakh. The same 1 lakh, you keep it, you get it. Good job, right? Actually, no certification required. For Java, you may take like Core
Yeah.
Java, SCJP, OCJP, that thing you can take, but these things not required.
like OCGP certification also costing like 250 or 300. Sir.
Yes. That is helpful. Oracle certification because that's a own developer, right? That is helpful. But these guys, Officially, they don't have any certification.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, how many projects?
Like in LinkedIn, we can take skill assessment test, right?
Yes, that thing you can take.
That thing will help for like finding the
Yes,
jobs.
definitely.
Oh.
Sir, I have one question that our main project is in Angular, using Angular, but I'm interested in React JS. So, whether is it easy if we after one project, if we focus on Angular, later if we studied React, then we can easily learn, no, sir? React.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Can
what I
create
say.
our
That's what.
own project
Yeah,
using
definitely.
Backend and Frontend using
Yeah,
React.
definitely. See, one thing is the backend you use Java, right? So if you develop one Java server Spring Boot application, you can connect with. You can for the same backend application, either you develop React application or Angular or Vue.js application.
We can easily understand
yes,
it will be not in confusion.
yes. If you learn one framework, the other framework learning is very less time. Like for example, learning React 30 days. So Angular doesn't take like at least 15 days we can cover.
Okay.
Vue.js hardly 10 days we can finish. If you know already React or Angular. Because
Sir,
Vue is something easier
let us
than.
know, sir, when you will going to start the React class.
React maybe this week, next week Redux, next week's project. This month. Interviews also I'll take for them. So maybe December 5. December 5, 7:30. You can fix it.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone? Any question?
Sir, how many projects we cover?
Here, Frontend,
Yes.
HTML batch. Project means HTML, CSS together will make one project. JavaScript and TypeScript we make applications only, not project level. Bootstrap we develop complete website, and using Bootstrap and Ajax we'll make a complete application. So Bootstrap alone 1, Bootstrap Ajax 2,
Sir,
3,
after
4.
HTML, CSS, you're going to teach Bootstrap because it's a library of CSS.
Yeah, first the flow will be first HTML and then CSS and then Bootstrap, then JavaScript, then TypeScript, then Ajax, and then project last. Okay.
Hello.
Sir,
Hello,
after
sir.
completion of each week topic, can we take the skill assessment?
Yeah, definitely. I'll not I just take. I'll give you some websites which they are already prepared with skill assessments. So I think you can do that.
Like
I'll
LinkedIn
share the
will be easy,
information.
no, sir?
Yes, I'll share that.
Oh.
Okay.
Sir, can we move the class schedule to a bit like 10 o'clock in the morning? Or
No.
your schedule is not much?
No, yeah, actually, I'll tell you my office timings 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, so 1 o'clock our stand-up call starts, and now anyway it is work from home. So for me, I have 7:30. Actually, I can take 7 o'clock, but my kid go to schools. I have to drop him at school bus. So
Yeah, 8 o'clock, like I'm
7:30.
having with Chanti,
Yeah,
sir.
I'll
Batch.
tell you 7:30 to 9:30. I have a React.js batch. Okay, and then 9:30 no, 10.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 to 11 I have a batch. That is I give corporate training for Node.js. That is software company. So you guys cannot join there. So next 11 to 12 or 12:30, I think 1.5 hour they told. So this is your HTML batch.
Okay.
Front-end UI.
Sir.
And then hardly half an hour I have to prepare for this meeting.
Yeah, because some people are attending from different location and it is odd time.
I understand. Actually, we are also planning for the evening batch. Maybe I'm not sure when it will be. But this batch time fixed 11 to 12 only.
So how long this batch will continue to
1
complete
month.
all this?
1 month. 1 month working days.
Okay, the complete HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and
Yes,
like,
including
okay.
project. Including project.
Okay, sir.
1 month working days.
Sir, course fee?
Yes.
I don't know. You check with Ashok IT. I don't know how much they are charging. They said it's a part of Java full stack, but I don't know how much they are charging for Java full stack and this one. You can check with admin.
Hello, sir.
Huh.
Are you going to cover JSON and JWT also in this batch?
No JWT. JSON I'll cover. JWT I won't cover.
Okay,
because
sir.
JWT is a part of backend, right?
Okay, sir.
So that you can cover in React.
Okay, sir.
Authentication and all.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Are we going to learn any database, sir? Database, how to communicate with database and servers?
No. It is pure UI, right? No DB. So just for the mimic of this application, like create, update and all, I use one JSON server. So that is like mimic of database, but we don't configure any APIs on database here. That for you, I think for Java full stack batch, they'll teach you in Java, like Spring Boot and backend. If you join React batch, then Monstack, we have Node, Express and MongoDB. So there we have complete database setup and all. But especially for this batch, covering these things only takes 1 month. Okay.
Sir, are you going to
LinkedIn ID.
Angular JS?
Sorry?
Are you going to cover
Someone asked Angular JS. Angular JS is old. Don't go with Angular JS. It's completely outdated. Go with Angular actually. Angular JS is not there.
Okay.
Sir,
Huh.
are you going to cover MongoDB?
No. Not in this batch. I'll cover, but not in this batch. I cover in Monstack batch.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see, right? Only these things. And plus project. Okay. Only UI batch.
Okay, sir.
You are Java full stack batch. No, oh, you are saying this one. You are Java full stack batch, but this current one is UI batch. Okay. This 1 hour 11 to 12 is only UI part. Okay. Still any question? Anyway, we are going to meet tomorrow also. You can ask me questions tomorrow.
Sir, LinkedIn ID.
Session will be there for every day or weekly once, twice like that.
Which one?
For doubt session.
Doubt session daily.
Yes.
Daily at the end of the class, 10-15 minutes will be there. Actually, while doing live coding also, you can ask me doubts, but huge strength, maybe some difficulties. You can ask me anytime. Like when I do live coding also, you can ask. But that's the advantage of live class now. You can ask.
Sir, do we have to write running notes or you will provide the notes after the classes?
Both. I will provide notes and also you take running notes.
Okay.
So while attending the class, right, live, like when I explain you the program, I just keep typing it and I keep explaining. So just you don't need to type in front of your laptop while attending live session. Okay. So what you do when I am explaining in the live session, like tags and all, you only just watch like a movie and just take some running notes, like what is the tag and what's the purpose and all. So when you have to practice is after classes finish, you get the record from Ashok IT. You get the record. So while practicing the record, then you practice along with the record. Okay, don't practice with the live because mess up will happen, right? So I will explain something and you got stuck something and you forget what I'm like. You completely lost what I teach.
So the record you are talking about is the video.
Yes.
Okay.
Once a video received by Ashok IT, with that you can practice. Like you can rewind, you can fast forward, whatever you do. And source code from my side I'll share. Source code I'll share and record will be shared by Ashok IT. Or else I'll put this way, instead of sharing 100 people, I'll keep sending the source code to them. So they will keep it in the one drive and share with you all. I think that's better. That's better.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Every week you give
Sir,
assignments.
Every week?
You give assignments.
Not every week, that depends. Maybe 3 days after, 2 days after also. That depend on the completion of tasks, completion of topic.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hi, sir. Suppose we are using Python as our backend, sir. But in frontend we are using JavaScript. How they are going to support each other, sir? But they are totally different combo, no, sir. In frontend,
you join later. I explained here. So front end is JavaScript, backend can be Python. They have connected through URL. There is no need to, like, this is language independent. URL is language independent, response JSON also language independent. So you can write any program, any server-side application, it can be Java, Python, whatever. Okay, because we are not exposing the functions of Python or Java. We only expose with a URL and method. If you call this URL and method like this, you get the response. So we don't see, I have API and I send a request, I got a response. So we are not sure what language they use, is a Python or Java or what. I'm not calling a function, right? I'm just passing a URL and method. So this way it should be. So that's why I say any language you develop the backend, front end can be also any language. It can be React, Angular, or Vue or normal JavaScript also it works. You can call this same with JavaScript. You can call with same URL with React because this is something generic, language independent. And this response also language independent. So request response only with these. The backend logic can be anything.
These URLs are also not internal. They are internals, right, sir? So they are not exposed to the clients.
No. This URL internal. Actually, what URL you see on a front end is different. Okay, this URL is different. This is part of application level. Internally, what it is sending, like for example, this page in the form. So that URL you can't see here. That is through application it will send to server. You can't expose server. That's why it's called backend and front end. Backend you can't see anything here.
Okay, so we will be learning how they are interlinked and everything. So
while learning,
we'll be learning how they are interlinked and is it right, sir?
Yeah, while learning in the sense you develop the backend logic and you'll map to the certain URL, and that URL gets called by the client application. So you should first what we do, we only focus on front end development. No URLs, no response, nothing. Only front end design, static design. And then you may focus on like completely backend design, URL mapping and all. So see, generally if you want to like manufacture a car, so first engine will be manufactured. Engine is something like an API. So engine alone will test. Engine alone will test. So like backend people, once they develop the API, they alone see there is no front end application at all. This is one software to test only backend. So I enter this URL of the server and click on send. I got data. So this how they test only backend, like only Spring Boot application they test. So once it is working, they share this URL, like our backend developer will share the URL to front end. So they will call from the front end form this URL and what are the parameters required. They pass. So they receive this data and this data again back the display like on UI, like they want tables, cards, like that display that way.
Sir, URL is the mediator for front end and back end. It does not depend on back end language.
No language independent. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, sir.
Okay, so thanks guys. Thanks so much. If you still have some doubts, so please ask me tomorrow. I think I have muted yourself because it's already 12 o'clock. Okay, don't worry. Still you want to ask? Okay, I allow last 5 minutes. You can ask me. You can unmute yourself. Hello.
Sir, weekly 6 days or 5 days, sir?
Weekly
Classes.
5 days, sometimes 6 days. This week, Saturday no class. Thursday, Friday, Saturday no class. Saturday I have some other commitments, so no class. But mostly Saturday also we have class. 6 days mostly.
Hi, sir. Sir, this is Sharanya.
Tell me.
While saying front end also we have Angular and React. You will say Angular and React both.
Yeah, front end we have Angular and React.
Yeah, in course we have.
Oh, course. Okay. So I teach React. I mean, I not just React. It's a complete one stack, full stack only. So here we cover MongoDB, Express, React, and Node, and we'll make some one stack projects also at the end. Okay, and we also have some interview sessions also. This is complete different batch actually. So here we'll take assignments from the people and we'll give rating for them. And people also should develop a project by themselves. like that. So this is one
No,
stack.
in this full stack, Java full stack only we have React and also
Maybe,
both.
yeah. Someone is telling, right? You have option. You may go with React or you may go with Angular.
We will go with React. You will say in this only, sir.
Yeah, if you go with React, React is separate batch. Not
No,
here.
in this module 2 only they said.
No. Maybe they'll continue. I don't know. See, let me clarify. So if it is Java, so for example, you take a course of Java full stack.
Full stack,
Okay.
yeah.
So for Java full stack, there is, so you get Java plus UI plus any framework. Arey, who is this? Sai, don't drag
Can
on
I
it. Okay.
share my screen? Sir only given the notes like that.
Wait. See, Java full stack, Java UI and framework. So Java can teach by Ashok sir.
Yeah.
UI I'll teach in this batch.
Yes.
If you want to have a framework, you have option either Angular or React. Angular can take by Ashok sir only. React, if you are looking for, we'll club all React people and we'll frame a batch, and you will join that one.
Okay.
So this batch purely UI. All together is full stack.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I share once?
Okay. Yeah, I'm done. Those who want to leave, you can leave. Okay, so done for today's class. So you can join from tomorrow.
Sir,
We'll
your
LinkedIn
ID.
LinkedIn ID. Search in Google, no, my name. Get it? I forgot. I need to search. This one. You search this one, you get it. This is mine. Okay. You want to share your screen, huh? 1 second. I think. Okay, I'm done, guys. Those who still have questions, you can stay on the meeting or you can leave. Where can I access? 1 minute. Okay, I got. 1 minute. Wait. I'm actually granting you access. 1 baht spent. Okay. I stop share. You can try now. I grant access. You can share now. Hello, you there? Hello, someone is talking now. Sharanya, you there? Hello. She lost her what?
She left.
Looks like she left. Okay, fine. We'll continue from tomorrow. So thanks, Zai. Thanks so much. So let's meet tomorrow. Thank you.